Tomorrow morning, every dollar in your bank account gets a countdown. 30 days. If you don't spend it before the timer reaches 0, it disappears. Not stolen, not taxed, simply gone. At first, it sounds terrifying. But what if this one change could destroy billionaires, eliminate saving, reshape governments, and completely reinvent civilization? Let's find out what actually happened. 6 in the morning. The announcement goes out everywhere at once. Every bank account, every wallet, every dollar now carries an expiration date. 30 days to spend it, or lose it forever. For the first hour, nobody believes it's real. Then the first transaction clears, and people realize this isn't a warning. This is the new rule of the world. By noon, banks are overwhelmed, not by withdrawals, by people trying to spend everything at once. Grocery stores run out of stock in hours. Car dealerships sell out by evening. Something strange happens that nobody predicted. The economy, for one single day, moves faster than it ever has in human history. But speed isn't the same as stability. By nightfall, a second reaction begins. Panic. If money disappears when it's not spent, what happens to people who can't spend fast enough? The elderly, the sick, anyone who was relying on money sitting quietly, waiting to be needed later. For them, this isn't liberation. It's a countdown to losing everything they built. And that raises the question nobody has an answer to yet. If saving money is impossible, what happens to anyone who isn't ready to spend it right now? Within days, behavior changes completely. Paychecks are spent within hours of arriving. Nobody lets money sit, not even overnight. Consumer spending doesn't just rise, it explodes. Restaurants are full every night. Small businesses that struggled for years suddenly can't keep up with demand. For the first time in decades, unemployment starts dropping, fast. But underneath the boom, something else is happening quietly. Prices are shifting in a way economists don't fully recognize. When everyone is desperate to spend before their money vanishes, sellers realize they hold all the power. Prices creep up, not because products are worth more, but because buyers have no choice but to buy now. And here's the twist nobody saw coming. Saving hasn't disappeared. It's just changed shape. People stop holding cash and start buying anything that doesn't expire. Gold, land, jewelry, physical goods they can resell later. The money didn't destroy the instinct to save. It just made people find a new place to hide it. 12 months in, the entire financial system has been forced to reinvent itself. The stock market, built on the idea of long-term holding, is unrecognizable. Nobody wants to hold a stock for years anymore. Every investment now needs to generate value fast, or it's abandoned within weeks. Long-term investing, as the world once knew it, is dead. Real estate becomes the new safe haven. If cash disappears but property doesn't, everyone who can afford it rushes to buy land, buildings, anything permanent. Property prices don't just rise, they detach completely from what an average person can afford. The people who already owned real estate before the 30-day rule, they just became untouchable. Here's where it gets even more complicated. Businesses can't plan for the future anymore. How do you build a 5-year plan when money doesn't survive 5 weeks? Companies start restructuring everything, paying workers daily instead of monthly, spending revenue the moment it arrives, refusing to hold any reserve at all. The system that once rewarded patience now punishes anyone who waits. And inflation, the thing everyone feared most, doesn't behave the way anyone expected. Prices rise fast at first. Then, strangely, they start to stabilize, because when everyone is forced to spend immediately, the economy actually moves in a constant, predictable rhythm, chaotic on the surface, eerily efficient underneath. But stability for the system doesn't mean stability for the people living inside it. Because somewhere in this new world, there are people thriving beyond anything they imagined, and people who lost everything in the first 30 days and never recovered. Which brings us to the real question this entire year has been building toward. Governments at first seem to win the most. Tax revenue is instant and predictable. Money can't hide, can't wait, can't be sheltered offshore. But that power comes with a cost. Governments now depend entirely on constant spending to survive. The moment people slow down, even slightly, the entire system starts to shake. Business owners who move fast, adapt fast, and think in weeks instead of years, they thrive. But small businesses without the resources to constantly reinvent themselves, most of them don't survive the first year. And ordinary workers, the people this system was supposed to help by keeping money moving, are the ones with the least room to adapt. Every mistake, every slow decision costs them everything within 30 days. So who actually wins? Not everyone. Not evenly. Every single solution this new world created solved one problem and quietly created another. There is no version of this system where everybody comes out ahead, so maybe the real question was never. What if money expired every 30 days? Maybe the real question is, why did humanity invent money that never expires in the first place? Because money was never just paper. It was never just numbers on a screen. It's trust, frozen in time, waiting to be spent whenever we decide we're ready. And changing the rules of money was never really about money at all. It was about changing what it means to trust each other with time itself.